The content you're about to enjoy comes from the archives of The Best You. We're devoted to the very best in personal development. With a magazine and resources dedicated to inspiring and changing people's lives, at The Best You, we work with the world's leading writers and trainers on the evolution of the self, and people whose journeys have been affected by their work and words. For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co. Hey everyone, it's Bernardo here, and we're starting these 2 days of meeting, engaging, connecting with inspiring people, and no better to start with the Super-coach, the man who knows everyone, everywhere. Dave Meltzer, how are you, Dave? How are you?
I'm great, Bernardo. Thank you so much for having me on during this time of repurposing and reengineering. So it's just a pleasure to help other people stabilize and hopefully look for new opportunities.
So what are those opportunities? What do you think is obviously, there's big challenges at the moment for everyone. It's a completely new reality, literally overnight. What are you advising? Because obviously you coach, mentor all sorts of great people. What are you advising?
Well, first to be stable, right? So I go back to the Southwest Airlines example of put your own face mask on first, and then put it on your child. And if you have multiple children, then put it on the child that has the most potential first, and work your way down. The same thing holds true in this time, right? We want to stabilize, and the way that we stabilize is culture and cash. Understanding in the personal aspect, your own personal experiential giving and receiving values, and then your own cash position. And then furthermore, in a business aspect, also communicating culture and also making sure you stay in business. So the stabilization is the first part of what we do. And when we can stabilize ourselves, now we can help others stabilize, and then look for opportunities in how we help others stabilize. And that's the initial thing that I'm coaching on. But beyond that, on the opportunity side, when we find the light, love, and lessons in everything that we do, when we are in a stable environment and not working in the ego-based consciousness, not focusing in on, as I say, when you're training in a car, if you focus in on the cones as you're, training in a race car, you're going to hit the cone. When we're focused in on the road ahead of us, we're going to stay on the road ahead of us. And so I look for opportunities in the fact that there are lessons, light, and love in what we're doing, and we need to communicate and unify those connections as we can by the priorities that we have. I'll give you an example. Pragmatically, there's 3 types of companies that we can very quickly figure out during this period of time. One, there's companies that take advantage of this, right? They're built because of the circumstances to prosper during these times of uncertainty. And so what I do is I go right to the stock market and I look to see which are the top 50 companies in the world that are prospering right now, that actually have gone up in stock value. And then I ask myself, why have they done that? And I look for similarities in the capabilities that I have, either supplementary or synergistic capabilities, that I can look for opportunities saying that, well, during this time of uncertainties, here's the top 50 companies that are making money or have more value. What are some of the similarities, supplementary and synergistic qualities and capabilities that I have that I also could take advantage of this proven capability? The second type of company that I look up is the maintenance one. So I look up the most stable 50 companies, the ones that didn't move at all, the ones that they were priced at $90, they're still at $90. And then I look again at the supplemental synergistic capabilities of those companies that I have, so that I know during this period how I can take advantage of opportunities that I have, also how I can stabilize what I'm doing. And then most importantly, looking at the light, love, and lessons in what we have, I look at the top 50 crushed companies. I look for the companies that absolutely got smeared in this uncertain time, this reengineering and repurposing, because I want to prepare myself for the opportunities that lie when, of course, we get to the other side of this, because there's no doubt in my mind that hotels will be filled again, restaurants will be filled again, movie theaters will be filled again, sports arenas will be filled again. All these different airlines, you're going to be waiting and, bumped off of flights again. And so I'm looking for those companies that took the biggest hit to see what opportunities lie for me in the future, because this is a great time to innovate, create, and prepare. Also to do an inventory of everything that I have in order to accelerate that opportunity as well.
If you're interested in finding your true purpose, if you're interested in finding your legacy, if you're interested in growing, if you are sick and tired of reading books that don't help you, haven't helped you, or are not helping you, or attending courses and seminars that haven't really had an impact in your life, I invite you to read my book, The Question, Find Your True Purpose, out now. For more information, go to www.thequestion.co. If you're interested in working with me, contributing, speaking at any of our many events, partnering, or licensing The Best You, for more information, go to www.thebestyou.co. Well, hold on, because you just like, that's what happens with you, Dave. You just golden nugget after golden nugget, so you were talking there. I mean, first of all, this is the time to. What is the time to? Because a lot of people, hey, look, we can look at successful companies and what their strategies are, and the great to model and to learn from an entrepreneurship point of view. But there are a lot of people that are doom and gloom, that think that restaurants will never open again, planes will never fly again, and there's a lot of people that are just so dark and so scared that how do they come out of that? What are the first steps? What are the things they should be focusing and taking advantage of in these times?
Yeah, that's a great question. So first, you need to take inventory of your own values and do that as a daily practice. When you take inventory of your own values each day as a snapshot, in these times, things change quickly, right? This Friday was not the same as last Friday. The exponential difference is great. And that uncertainty causes, doom and gloom, as you suggest. And so what I suggest is to take an inventory of your personal values each day, your experiential values. What do you want to experience today? Your giving values and your receiving values. And for me, if you are a doom and gloom person, you have to understand there's a virus out there that is much more powerful than the coronavirus. And that if you hold on to this new virus instead of the old virus that I'm talking about is called happiness. And what happens is giving releases serotonin in your brain. It causes you to be happy. And when you give, person receiving, also serotonin is released in their brain, and that causes happiness. But the reason that serotonin and happiness is the best virus in the world, it's the only virus in the world that can be shared by witnessing it. Right? No other virus in the world can you stand and watch somebody from millions of miles away, literally millions of miles away. You could be up in Mars and watching a video of happiness and be happy yourself. Serotonin's released in your brain. So if you're a doom and gloom person, take your inventory of your values and figure out how you can be of service or of value to others and let serotonin release. Now, here's the coolest thing about serotonin as well, besides creating happiness. It actually strengthens your immune system. So not only will it shift your entire perspective and allow you to have a get do, not got to attitude, a try me, not why me attitude, allow you to see the glass half full, but it actually will strengthen your immune system and protect you, besides allowing you to propagate the greatest virus in the world, which is happiness. So if you are a doom and gloom person, turn off the TV, stop focusing in on the cones when you're training your race car and start doing something for somebody else. And I promise you, your energy, perspective, and attitude will change instantaneously, because it's impossible to not feel good when you're helping other people.
Thank you. And that's the thing. The thing is that I believe that right now, this is the time when leaders stand out. There's never been a better time to be in the personal development industry, as a coach, as an author, as a mentor, as a speaker. There's never been a better time. And that's kind of what I believe in, is for me that I'm looking at, okay, this has happened. We're solution driven. Well, I'm a solution-driven animal, and I'm just looking at what could be the positive about this. Now, our hashtag that I'm using from now on, that we're using for this weekend, is we're calling it hashtag Food Bank for the Soul. And what I want to do is I want to identify those coaches, those trainers that have so much great insights to share. And that's what I think we need to do now. Well, what's your thoughts as someone like yourself? Obviously, you're a leader. You're helping a lot of people individually and in business. What's your advice to those professionals? What could they do? What should they do? If you're interested in watching the video content of this interview and many others, or interested in learning from world leaders and teachers, go to www.thebestyou.online.
You should be amplifying as much of your positive content as possible. You should be, number one, as productive as you can by amplifying you should be giving away your books and paying for shipping. You should be posting as much as you can of the positive, the best stuff that you have. You should be giving everything for free that you can to help other people stabilize and re-engineer their vision. Every single thing you can do, you should be making room for what you want by being of service and of value to other people and sharing all of that stimuli that you've created over all these years for those people. They will never forget, right? I have an old saying, be kind to your future self. And our dear friend Greg Reed, I heard, has made a domain of my great saying, be kind to your future self.com. But, Lee Steinberg told me that 30 years ago, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Well, coaches, authors, speakers, all of the inspirational leaders and thought leaders out there that are in our community, we should be sharing all of our content. There's too many, unstable data content and negative content. Look, when things, when a lemon is squeezed, lemon juice comes out. This is a great opportunity to see what's inside of you, good and bad, right? Where do I need to improve? And we need to facilitate getting the necessary tools, the empowerment stuff that we've brought to the table all of these years, and give it away. Allow it to come through us for others with value. This is an extraordinary opportunity. People won't forget. This is an opportunity for you to build your brand out of kindness and out of generosity and empowerment. My main goal in life, this is to me a huge opportunity because my main goal in life is to empower over 1 billion people to be happy, right? I'm looking for 1,000 people like you, Bernardo, who have stepped up in my life that I know will empower another 1,000 to empower another 1,000. 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000, 1,000,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000,000. And all I need is 1,000 Bernardos, and the collective consciousness of this world changes in just as swift as the manner as it has with this virus being, released into our world.
What have you done differently, Dave? What have you, obviously, it's happened, it's there. What have you done apart from staying at home, laying low for once, and your team knowing where you are? Because not laying low. I think I have been about 16 hours of productivity a day, producing more contents, being on interviews, interviewing people. I have the mayor of Miami right after this as well to help create stable data and inspiration, still giving away all my books, paying for shipping, doing as many of the different conferences that have been canceled. They're creating, online conferences and, creating those types of opportunities to interact. I opened my office training today for the first time. We had over 500 people sign up. I did my office training online at 8 this morning. I'm going live every day for Q&As for 2 hours, bringing on guests, Dr. Meeta Singh, the sleep doctor, Bruce Tollner for careers, all types of different experts, because I'm blessed to have a network of people as well that I want to give an opportunity to share their terrific perspectives and ideas. So I'm utilizing this time the best that I can. And also to appreciate the fact that, I have 4 children at home and it looks like they'll be home through next school year, and to, allocate time and appreciate the fact that, I won't have this opportunity to spend this much time, especially with my, 21, 18-year-old who don't live at home. And so I'm really looking, I always say you can look at things as you get to do or got to do, but other people see things as negative. I don't. I see and trust the universe that it's pushing me always. Whatever you want to put judgments and conditions on what pushes you or squeezes the lemon juice out of you, whatever it is, my perspective always is, and it comes from living through 93, 97, 2001, 2008, losing over $100 million in my life, going bankrupt. I've learned one thing.
all the things that other people put judgments and conditions on have just pushed me to either a better situation or bettering my situation. And so I have a practice which is called practicing ending fear and going back to center. So I wake up and find my highest frequency via meditation. Other people, if you're not into meditation, walk your dog, go swimming, sit with your coffee and look at something positive, put on your favorite podcast, read your favorite book, watch your favorite videos. But start your day at your highest frequency. So that's a baseline for you to know when these negative things in your perception happen, that your first step is to go back to center, to go back to your higher frequency. Don't travel in an accelerated trajectory, creating more voids, obstacles, and shortages, hitting the cones on the track instead of keeping your eye on what you want.
Well, Dave, thank you so much. Great to have you here. And I know you leave us with a quote, leave us with a quote or quotes that, are current and have inspired you and served you to keep squeezing that lemon.
For me, it's the one I used earlier. It's my favorite quote, which is be kind to your future self and do good deeds. That changes all. Wayne Dyer also, change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Both of those are very powerful messages, and anyone can reach out to me anytime. It's easy to find me. Just use my name. You'll find me, David Meltzer. I'd appreciate it and be happy to help anybody. And Bernardo, thank you so much for doing this. People, the names that you have and the people that you have in your network to help, they won't forget. And I can't wait to see you on the other side of this.
Yeah, thank you. And listen, so that we're back in August, the 7th and 8th of August. Those are the confirmed dates. Delighted to have you at the Best You Expo. And for those of you that think that it won't come, it will. We'll all be back on the streets. We'll all be hugging each other and, getting back to normality. Thank you so much, David. Take care. Stay safe.
I can't wait to see the people complaining about the long lines. That's what I'm looking for.
That's all right. Take care, man.
Thank you. Take care.
Man. Bye. Thanks, man. For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co.